And a very big hello wherever you might be watching. Welcome along to Spa-Francorchamps and the Belgium Grand Prix in the ARL Novice Division. And what a great way to round out the final game of F1 2021 by coming to this place that has an enormous amount of uphill and downhill runs. 7 kilometres in length, 19 turns, 2 massive DRS zones, and ERS management absolutely vital to a quick lap around this track. The championship has already been taken out. Tazza took that out considerably strongly at the previous round, but as this place, which has hosted a couple of rounds of the Tour de France, there are still plenty of the peloton, if you like, right behind, standing positions to be made up this week. Thank you very much, Bassing. Yeah, why not have a little bit of, poetic license coming into this one. Hunter Griffin joining me in commentary. Hello, my sparring partner. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Not too bad. What's it like to race around here? You and I raced last night. From your perspective, outside the issues we had, talk us through a lap here.
So through Air Rouge, take it flat out, but make sure you don't hit any of the curbs, otherwise you'll spin, and DNF. And then you go down the massive straight with DRS open. Then you make your way down between the chicane after the straight. If you get a little bit too much of the inside curb, you'll spin, and you'll go off the track, and maybe DNF.
Well, the cars are coming out onto the track right now, and why don't we have a vision of same? There we go. It's up on screen, and the first of them are coming out. 16 minutes left of this qualifying session. It's going to be a fascinating one, I think, anyway, based on what we experienced over the last couple of days. And look at the sky conditions. Can you predict rain, Hunter?
I would believe so, assuming what happened in 2021. So they might be trying to copy what happened.
I like the way today is shaping up. I really like it. I think we're in for an absolute ripper. I mean, obviously Taz is going to be extremely quick around this track, but Weru Boy, I was chatting with him earlier on today, and by the way, might I just say, I know Hunter is biased to the Red Bulls for obvious reasons. Weru Boy has a really good opportunity of finishing 4th in the championship if everything goes according to plan here today. I've got nothing against Sanuti. I think he's a great driver, but by the same token, I've got to cheer home my man. He has been such a great influence for this first season for me in racing. He's so giving, he's so caring with his time. He gives it up. He's an open book. Anything he knows he's willing to share, like so many of the other people on the Discord server. This really is an awesome championship to be involved in. And today I'm going to be cheering home Weru Boy. So if there's a little bit of bias, I apologise. Now, you're Hunter, you're absolutely 100% in the Red Bull camp. Out of the two drivers today, who do you think's got the best possibility? You there, buddy?
Couldn't tell you. I'd like to. I just couldn't tell you. I'm gonna say Robbie will have the better performance.
Well, let's keep an eye out for who we think might be on a fast lap at the moment. Taz is still down in the pits. Boxy's out there. He's no slow. Oh, he's had a spin. He has had a spin in 16th spot at the moment, and he is pointing in the wrong direction on this last track.
As I believe one of the McLarens of Wow Wobbsy has gone off and DNF'd.
Wow. Already a DNF in qualifying. I can't even bring him up, unfortunately. So he's despawned already, so one out, Wobbsy. That'll be disappointing for him. I know that Weru Boy would have loved to have had a rear gunner for this race. Kung Fu Cowboy, now that's somebody I haven't seen before. I saw his name on the entry list, and let's go for a run with him and see how he's got to go.
As we also have Ames DNFing from qualifying.
Wow, Ames is out as well, so 2 out with 13 minutes still left to run. Can you believe it? Go Kung Fu, says Fluxy. Let's see if he's going to give a few roundhouses during this race. Maybe the odd karate chop. Are we allowed to put in horrible cliches like that, do you think?
Oh, I don't know.
Why not? Life's short. Now, Nameless guy, let's go and have a quick look at him as he starts his run on a flying lap. Got to point out, we raced against this guy last night. At the moment, racing with COVID. And it's knocked him around a little bit. So to run 2 races back to back with that monstrosity hanging over you, and lethargic is the best way to describe the biggest effect of COVID. So GG to you, my friend, as he locks up a wheel as he takes that right-hander halfway down on his ERS. Fastest lap, Joe, at the moment. Comes down, he's slowing down on the 2 Haas's of nose to tail. You've got 1:43.9 as the time to beat. SGN 1:43.98. Only a fraction behind. Rudy in 3rd spot with a 1:44 flat. And Etchery in 4th spot with a 1:44.2. Never know how to say his name.
Oh, don't get me on names.
Achu. We'll just go with Achu. No, that's disrespectful. I won't do that to him. We're watching Joe at the moment, who is electrifying in his own right, it has to be said. SGN's no slow coach either. He brings the McLaren, I beg your pardon, the McLaren, the Mercedes, I should say, down through towards the left-hand sweeper. Love this part of the track. It just catches you out so easily. Not only with the curves, but with track limits as well. So let's see who we can pick up that's on a fast one. I'm thinking, is that Robbie making his way up? Yeah, Robbie. Oh, he's invalidated, so he's out of it. Who else have we got? Nameless guy. He's just starting a flyer. Bailey, where's he? Oh, he's just caught him being very, very loose on the track. F1 2022 will come at the start of the new season, Taco. We're just completing this season on F1 2021. 3 out now, Valhalla out as well. So Valhalla, Ames and Wawa Wubsy is out of the qualifying session.
You wouldn't expect so many outs in a qualifying session.
No, it's crazy, isn't it? I'm just trying to pick up somebody on a fast lap.
I believe Roberts is.
Reblitz, what position's he in at the moment?
14.
14? Let's go check him out. Oh yeah, he is flying. The Aston Martin under full steam. Taz is on an out lap too, apparently, so we'll keep it. No, he's not. Well, oh, he's moved, that's all. Where'd he go? It's P1. Flukesy, I was too slow. My apologies. Tazza goes to pole, 1:43.9. 1:43.96 for Joe. SGN, 1:49.8. 1:44.00 for Rudy. How close can you get? Oh, got an Alpine hanging off to the side of the track there as well. Bailey out. No race etiquette, Bailey. Oh, gee. So who's still going? Rebsy? He's starting a flying lap now. Xander, where is he? In 10th spot? No, he's going into the pits. And Shanuti's down there in 12th spot. Where is he on the track? The second of the Red Bulls. In fact, we might go and check him out because he looks to be further down the track, and he is, in fact. And he's definitely on a mission. Oh, invalidates. Invalidates. Gone. Back to Reblitz. He's low on fuel. And he's not chewing up any ERS, so I dare say he's not on a fly. There's 8 minutes left to go in this session. Majority of the drivers in pit lane now trying to get Their next set of soft tyres on and give this one more nudge. I was surprised myself, Hunter, last night in Academy, how quick everyone was in qualifying. It caught me out a little bit. I thought I was going to qualify a bit better than what I did. How did you find it?
It was tough. Like, I improved, I think, 6/10 on my time, and I think I went up one spot, and then Joe just beat it immediately, and I dropped back down.
It's it guts you, doesn't it? When you improve 6/10 on your time and you gain one position, you're like, really? Really?
Definitely. Got me last night. It really surprised me.
Well, Mercy looks like to be the only one out there on a lap at the moment. So let's join the Ferrari, making its way down the GT start-finish straight, if you like. Beautiful through that section of the track. Looks nice and stable. Starts his run up the hill. Seems to go on forever and ever and ever. And you know, at the 50-metre mark, you're jumping on the anchors. Turns it in, touches the ripple strip nicely. It's looking good so far. Purple first sector as well. Definitely on a charge. Puts it right out to the edge of the track. Just gives himself about 6 inches of leeway. Gee, he's got a pointy car as well. Very, very pointy. You can see as he turned into that left hand at the back end, wanted to step around. Easing the throttle on, just runs a little bit wide there, I think. Missed the apex slightly. About to approach the second sector. Let's see what he can do. 1:43.93, the time to beat. Fastest in the second sector. So he's got a fastest first, a fastest second. Yellow flags on display here as a driver tries to get out of the way. Does a good job of doing same. That was one of the Mercedes cars. Up into the bus stop he comes now. Hard under brakes. Turns it in. Needs a clean run out of here. Not too early on the gas. Left a little bit of breathing space. What's the time? Fastest 1/3, 43.86 for Mercy. Well done. Great qualifying lap. Go.
Very good from Mercy there.
And Joe.
Oh, Joe.
Oh, he's the guy you love to hate, doesn't it? You just love to hate the bloke. Achuri's up into second too. Another fast lap, a 1:43.8. So they're all going. Let's see who's next in the pecking order. We've got SGN, I think it might be, making his way around the track. He's a little bit further down the pecking order. Kev the Gardener, I think, might be the one making the run up the hill. Yep, down through. Oh, he's gone straight into the pits. Thank you. Salty, where is he? He's on a charge. They're all trying to lay it down now. I'm just trying to pick up on the map who's going to be next to come across the line. It'll be nameless guy. No, he's a long way off, starting his run up the hill. It has to be Robbie. Yes. No, he's just starting his lap too. Hard to pick them up. Taz is still down in the pits. SGN on a flyer. Who's the first of them going to be? Potentially Reblitz, I would think, who's just about to pop into view. Here he comes. This time around, no invalidation for him. There's a couple of drivers ahead of him. We'll keep an eye on the lap times for you. Up through the bus stop we go. Comes down across the line. What does he do? Just doesn't improve. Let's go back and check out the Ferrari, sitting down in third spot at the moment. He's not far off crossing the line, and he's got a driver just in front of him. No, he's going straight into the pits. He's done. We're a boy out there up into 8th spot now for the McLaren. He's approaching the end of the lap. Runs a little bit wide, goes to the pits. So who else have we got? Reblitz is still out there trying. Kung Fu Cowboy. Is he just starting a lap? He's down there in 14th spot. Xander in the pits. There's not too many left out there. Achuri comes into the pits as well. Where's SGN? Is he in the pits? No, here he's on a flying lap. A second flying lap by the look of things. He's down to 48%, Hunter, on the ERS.
Yeah.
The boys are telling me Shanuti's on a flyer as well. Gore improves, goes up to 11th spot. So he's found a gain out there. SGN making his way through the final sector of the race. Thank you, Zarkov. Appreciate the heads up, bro. I'm new to this. I'll be all right in a couple of years. No, he goes to the pits. Hate that. Oh, tags the wall too. Sorry, don't mean to laugh, but Rudy starts a flyer. Now we have, is it Kev the Gardener, I think it is, making his way up towards the, no. Yep, comes down across the line. Kev the Gardener, does he improve? No. Unable to improve. Now,
a lot of drivers struggling to finish a lap around here.
It's turned out to be an interesting qualifying session, hasn't it?
Very interesting. Like,
anybody that you can pick up on a fast lap, give me a yell, won't you? Just trying to see who's still out there. Foxy, I think, is way down the pecking order.
I think no, sorry.
He's just starting a flyer.
Yeah, let's jump on board with Rudy.
Where's Tazza? Is he back out on the track?
I believe so, but I can't.
Yeah, I got him.
Decide.
Got him on the stream, and he's on a flyer. Fastest second sector of the race too. Thanks to Kebab for the heads up on that one. I think it was. Was it? Did I read that wrong? No, it was Kebab. Let's see what he can do. Right on the limit of fuel. The red light's flashing. The bus stop there. Through it. Nice and cleanly. Sits in fourth at the moment. 1:43.2 is the time to beat, and does it. 1:42.7. Blistering time from Tazza.
That is a very fast lap from Tazza.
HK gets singing.
Sing mode. Someone had his sing mode.
Who we got on a flyer, brother?
I believe we have Salty.
Yep, got Salty. We'll keep an eye on him and see how he goes. Kev the Gardener did improve. He's got up to 14, so GG there. Xander in 15th, Kung Fu Cowboy 16th, and Foxy rounding out the 17 that are out there on the track. 20 drivers to take place. Oh, sorry, Jewish hat, my apologies. There's already see how nice everyone is. They're all apologising to each other. Invalidation for Salty. Gonski. Where's Mercy? The Ferrari. He's on a flyer. Looking to try and regain that fastest lap. We've also got Joe back out there as well. At least he's easy to spot. He's the white dot. The Ferrari ahead of him on track at the moment. Has he backed out of that? Yes, he has. He's pulled off to the side of the track to allow the Red Bull past. Xander up into third. Behind our back, snuck in the Alpha Tauri. 1:43.6. Nice. Well done. I was wondering why he's down the pecking order so far.
Yeah. As I believe we have.
Just while you do that, validation for Joe. Roblet, did you say? Reblet?
Robbie, but he's just crossed the line and gone ninth.
Well done. Well done. So Joe's still out on track, but he's done. We're a boy in 10th. Comes down to fourth fastest for him. Oh, he's pumped up tonight. He is pumped up. Nameless is still out there at the moment on a lap, and he's pushing. Let's see what he can do. Uses all of the track.
Pop must have helped Werribee.
Does he improve? Gets it very loose as he puts the power down. Crosses the line. Doesn't improve. And I think he was the last of the runners out there on a flying lap. So there you have it. 1:42.75 the benchmark there. A blistering time. Hunter?
Yes, very, very fast time.
Well, as he makes his way back towards the pits, that's the way they're going to shape up. Your front row is Tazza, V. Joe, then Xander in the closing seconds of qualifying, finding himself on the second row alongside Werribee, who jumped up ahead of Achuri and Mercy in sixth spot. Then you've got SGN in seventh. He'll be on a charge from there, you can guarantee as well. We'll confirm those for you in just a few moments' time. The drivers are making their way back to the pits, and we are about to go racing. There is the confirmation of your grid. Tazza, Joe, Xander, Werribee, Achuri, Mercy, SGN, Rudy, Salty, Robbie, Foxy, Nameless Guy. Good performance from him. Shanuti a lot further back than we'd expect. Reblitz, Bailey, Kev the Gardener, Kung Fu Cowboy, Valhalla. Ames in 19th. Expect that Alfa Romeo to be on an absolute charge. And Wubsy, unfortunately, rounding out the runners towards the back of the pack. Time for us now to take a breather, a few moments to just get our thoughts together just before we go racing. Stick with us.
Here they come to the start.
And here is the scene, sunshine at Belgium for the running of the Belgian Formula One Grand Prix for the ARL Novice Division. Hunter, give me your thoughts, bro.
Well, Tazza has the advantage, of course, being on pole, but he has more of an advantage having the inside line into the first corner. But I wonder if Joe will try to make his way around the outside.
Do you feel the inside, there's always a debate in real world and in game. Do you feel that the inside is an advantage?
I believe at the start it is, but if you're trying the tyre save, I believe the outside is better.
I'd take P2 any day of the week. Off they go on their warm-up lap. For those that are not part of the regular crew here, we have warm-up laps in the ARL, which is a great chance for drivers to get out and feel what these cars are like with a full load of fuel on board, or as it turns out, drive 10 metres like it was last night before you get put into a wall. Unfortunately for Nameless Guy. I think there was a steering wheel disconnect last night, Griffo, that caused a few problems for a couple of guys off the starting line. And they started on really, really cold tyres, as will Kung Fu Cowboy. He's Gonski.
Yeah, the two drivers disqualifying from quali from the formation lap last night helped the two Red Bulls.
Absolutely. It's a shocker because you've got to sit there. Your tyres are going to get colder and colder and colder. And when the lights go out, you've just got no grip. You've got nothing you can play with. Tazza will lead them off. He's going to be tough to beat from here, and he's not allowed to take the racing line. If you read the brief notes, maybe he's just having a bit of fun on this warm-up lap. All fair. But yes, just for those that haven't seen this before, you're not allowed to take the esports line here in the ARL. If you do, the FIA will come down on you like a ton of bricks. which took me, I don't know about you, Hunter, but it took me a lot of time to get my head around yesterday before we went racing because I was so used to taking it.
What's the esports line? I don't watch much
That was the line Tazza took on the exit of the right-hander. You go down across the grass with one wheel on the track. You get a better run into that double left-hander. But it's banned in this type of racing. Joe on board the Haas has got plenty to do. Xander, great qualifying performance from him to get himself up into the top three so late. There is the predicted strategy, which means absolutely nothing because it's a load of rubbish and nobody's going to follow it. And I love saying that. Weru Boy in fourth spot. He'll start off the second row. Churi right behind him, doing a great performance this season for the Alfa Romeo. Then you've got Mercy, SGN, Rudy, Salty and Robbie rounding out the first 5 grids. The cars are coming down to take their positions on the grid. We're about to go racing 22 laps, minimum of 1 pit stop. Some will try 2. Depends on safety cars, I suppose. We had a couple of safety cars last night in the Academy class. Hopefully tonight they can go down to the checkered flag. This is the Belgian Grand Prix, the final round and the final race in F1 2021. Hunter Griffin, my friend, let's go racing.
And it's 5 lights out and away we go. As Tazza gets off to a very good start. As Joe makes his way around the outside.
Why is my camera stuck there? There we go.
As we have Salty here, who has spun at the back.
Salty goes back towards the back of the pack. The battle on, still up in the lead on in earnest between these two. Joe on the inside, Tazza on the outside. 5-second penalty for Weru Boy. Hard under braking and Tazza goes through and regains the race lead. Xander in third and Joe keeping him very, very honest there.
This is racing at its finest here.
Weru Boy goes back to 6th spot. Mercy and he are side by side just in the background there. You can see the two are battling it with each other as the Ferrari looks down the inside and goes around. He has spun. The two got very close to each other. Now, will this bring out a safety car? There's a local yellow on display at the moment. Weru Boy goes up to 5th, but will that stand?
Robert's on a charge right now. From, I believe, P10 or 11 to P6. That is an amazing first lap from Roberts.
Yeah, great to pick up all those positions on the opening lap. GG to him, great performance. Riding on board with him at the moment, he's got Rudy right behind him. Looks like he's getting a little bit racy as the Aston Martin just puts a couple of wheels into touch. Now dives down the inside. Rudy goes forward, picks up that 6th spot, regains a position out there on track with a breathtaking overtaking manoeuvre. And a fastest lap for Tazza, 1:51 as you would expect on the opening lap. Good, clean racing so far. Tazza under pressure again from Joe. They start.
Personally, I would sit behind Tazza until the straight, not make a dumb move for the Rouge move, just to make sure. Ooh.
How close was that? Sorry, the FIA are going berserk too. They've just handed out 2 penalties in a row. I'll bring those penalties up for you in a moment. We need to get some data up on screen as Joe runs wide. Does he lose second? No, he manages to hold on to it. Sorry, peeps, I didn't have a chance to get all these details up because we were so caught up in the start of this one. There we go. We're good. Ish. So Joe under pressure at the moment.
A lot of pressure from Xander behind.
And Xander can steer. He's a very capable pilot, and if he sticks his nose up the inside, you can guarantee it's a fair go. He's not the sort to have a lunatic dive. Just runs a little bit wide there, as Weru Boy did also. pushing on these opening laps. Tazza now has a DRS breathing space. 1.1 seconds the gap between first and second. Xander sitting right behind. Have we got that his overall time? Hang on a sec. I need to fix that. Interval, there we go. I told you, I'm new at this. Oh, Flukesy, that's a harsh statement. Wash your mouth out with soap, my friend. Somebody ban him. Oh, you can't ban him, can you? No. On board with Joe. And Xander, I think, is going to absolutely have a launch to try and close this gap here. Is he going to get DRS? Is he close enough? Yes, he does. Puts a wheel out onto the grass too. A Churi right behind him, keeping him very honest as well. And then Werribee is rounding out this DRS chain. Oh, Fluxy's going off in the chat. Joe, still 1.1 to Tazza. Now Xander has lost a spot. He's in trouble here. Werribee's behind him now. Werribee goes to the inside. He must have damage with that car. He must have had some sort of contact that we didn't see, because he's lost 3 spots, or 2 spots, I beg your pardon, in 2 turns.
That's very big for Xander's race.
Where does that place Rudy, though? He's closing the gap very, very quickly. So I dare say Xander at the end of this lap is going to have a little bit of an excursion down pit lane, which he won't like. A Churi apparently lagging really badly as we've got the Huss spun around in the middle of the track. Rudy has had a problem. The virtual safety car comes out. I was looking away at the time. I'm going to try something here, punters, as everybody tries to avoid this car sitting in the middle of the racetrack that is absolutely written off. If you missed it, I missed it too. Let's see if this works. Here's the replay of Rudy coming down through that section of the track, just puts a wheel out onto the ripple strip and spins around. So that's the end of his day, the first retirement on track. I wasn't sure if the replay was going to work. I spent the week trying to get it to operate correctly, but it is. Virtual safety car out. Tazza, your race leader. Joe in second spot. Then the ghost behind, which is a Churi, who's apparently suffering lag at the moment. It looks like he may have disconnected.
Maybe. That would be very big.
Well, he's got a bit of time to get back in while this virtual safety car's out. Werribee will see that, by the way. So, while we're speaking of ghosting, a big call out to Bevo if you're listening tonight. Unfortunately, as we go back to green racing conditions, and Werribee is just going to go straight through a Churi. So he's definitely disconnected. It looks like he's running on AI. So, yeah, how do you not have a safety car with a car sitting in the middle of the racetrack? But anyway, that's F1 2021. Well, he's using ERS, so I don't know what's going on there. That's weird. But Bevo last night had a game crash with about 2 laps left to go, and as a result of that was unable to finish second in Academy class. And, mate, that's just not the way to go down. That's just not the way to go down. My heart absolutely bleeds for him. Let's go back through the pack. Foxy is in a good position with his teammate Reblis, the 2 Aston Martins nose to tail, sharing 5th and 6th. Bailey with no etiquette right behind him.
Sorry, just as I catch you about Bevo with his desync.
Yeah.
Bevo. Sorry. I can't.
Disregard.
Remember. Yeah, can't remember.
Yeah, no, he had a shocker, and he drove exceptionally well throughout the season. So, it's just really disappointing for him. On board with Werribee, who's trying to close the gap to Joe. A man on a mission here today. He needs to get 9 points over his rivals to finish 4th in the championship at the end of this season, and he's pumped, absolutely pumped. It was on the last lap where Bevo went down, Zarkov was telling me, and he had A 7-second gap to P3, but P3 was catching him, Zarkov. Well, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. I only had to catch him because he had a 3-second penalty. I didn't have to pick up much, but I don't like beating people because of issues like that. You want to beat them because you fought, you know? So it was a bit of a hollow second for me. I don't claim it. Achuri, still out on the track, still in ghosting mode. I'm not sure what's going on there. If somebody has access to Achuri, who can let us know. Is it just lag that's causing him back? But Reblitz has gone up to 4th, and Foxy is about to do the same right now. Goes straight through him, so to speak. Bit like curry through a pom. Tazza, 1:47.17, fastest lap of this race. The man has got a 1.7 second gap and is just pulling away. Joe has been able to pull out a little bit of a gap now on Werribee. And Foxy not having a go at his teammate. Bales is up behind Achuri now. And he'll probably get DRS coming down the back straight. Would love to know what's going on with Achuri. Shanuti and Nameless Guy, 8th and 9th, and Ames. Ames has already picked up 10 spots out there on the track.
As I've only just picked up on it, Roberts has made his way up to 4th place from 14th. That's 10 places. Or sorry, as Roxy and Roberts swap positions.
Now, we keep losing interval times here on the timing monitor, so I'm suggesting that there's lag galore playing havoc with these drivers, which makes a difficult track even more difficult.
Very.
Crazy, crazy. Xander down there in 15th spot at the moment. Looks like he's trying to work his way back through the pack. Let's show him a little bit of love as he comes up behind SGN, who's gone out on the hards. It's the first driver this week. I don't think anybody in our race attempted the hards, but Xander, I beg your pardon, Xander has gone for the hards. So that will be a fascinating play. He's obviously going to go to the end, and he's banking on some problems for other drivers. Tazza, our race leader, comes down to complete lap number 7. That's 6 laps in total on the soft tyres, getting very close to the window. Where do you predict the window for the softs?
About now to, I'd say, lap 10 maybe, or lap 11.
I'm trying to keep an eye on these delta times to work out who's close to each other, but they keep disappearing. Lap 8 or 9 says Zarkov, so he's in line with you. Now, Nameless he's driving a smart race. Look, 92% ERS. Will he give it a bit of a squirt this time around as he gets DRS going down this back straight and affect the overtaking manoeuvre? And once again, oh, well done, game. Not only do you give us the wrong camera angle on the pass, but as soon as he gets past, you switch cameras on us. Well done. Hope they fix that in F1 22. Oh, crazy, crazy. Who else is close? Shanuti's not all that far off too. He's picked up a bit of ground. He's driving well, and Ames right behind him. Let's keep an eye on our race leader. He starts his run up. I'm going to call it the back straight because it's easier. But it's got more bends in it than my nose, and that's saying something. But let's see if he dives into the pits or elects to stay out. He's managing that gap at 2 seconds, and he's just managing it at 2 seconds. He's not pushing too hard. He's driving a very calculated race. Achuri has come back in, so he's been able to rejoin the session, albeit a lot worse off than when he left us. He's down in 7th, but at least he's back in the game, brother.
Yeah,
he's still ghosting.
Sucks.
Sorry.
It always sucks when... Oh, sorry, as I just picked up on a safety car.
Safety car. Xander is Gonski. Let's look at 17th and see if we can pick up where he is out on the track. Or to the side of the track, more to the point. No, we've gone past him. Can't see where he's at. This angle might show us better. No, it looks like he's already despawned, unfortunately. So, safety car is out. Does this bring them into the pitch? You'd think so. You'd think the front runners don't have a choice. And it's going to be a full safety car as well. Safety car is out on the track. So, Tazza with a long, long way to go. Yeah, what a race, F1 Crash says in chat. We knew it was going to be that way. Wubsy, drive-through penalty, speeding under safety car. Oh, my Lord.
As Wubsy thought he could catch up to the pack, he gets a drive-through penalty.
There, the penalties on your screen. For those that want to keep an eye out on that. But we are standing by for our race leader, Tazza, to come into pit lane. And you think Joe would absolutely come in and cover. Werribee would have to do the same. So basically, the top 6 will come into the pits. That'll make Valhalla our effective race leader. Kev the Gardener in second spot. SGN drive-through penalty, speeding under... Gee, when you're having a bad day in this game, you're having a bad day, right? So here comes Tazza into the pits. Here comes Joe into the pits. Here comes Werribee. What is Foxy going to do? He's approaching the bus stop now. We know what he's going to do. He's going to go into the pits, right? So to his teammate.
That could be a surprising strategy because as Roberts waits in his pit box, he could hold behind a driver.
And there it is, well spotted. There it is, holding for double stacking as they call it in Formula One. Double stacking. And he's lost one spot to Achuri at least. But as the cars come back out onto the track, what our timing monitor, what? Did everyone pit? Achuri went in and got hards. He pitted. So even the medium runners went in. Nearly everybody has gone into the pits. Kev the Gardener, GG to you for having intestinal fortitude. Valhalla, GG to you, staying out. They've gone up to 4th and 5th. But they are on older tyres. Everyone else, all the way down to Mercy, is on fresh. Why do we love Formula One?
As Nameless opts to go to the softs.
We saw that last night too, didn't we? Those that went double softs into mediums. You're banking on another safety car coming out, and if it doesn't, you have to stop under green. Now, it didn't worry Joe last night. He was able to do that, get past me and get past Bevo because such is his electric speed. But for mere mortals, it's a tough ask.
It's a very hard ask.
He's certain. Sorry, go.
So Nameless with the softs, he'd be boxing around lap 17 or 15, that area.
What were they doing? About seven laps was the call last night, but you know that is academy class. Some of these guys might be a bit more confident about going longer on the soft, so it'll be interesting to see how this one plays out. I can give you one thing for sure. This is Spa. This is Belgium. This race is nowhere near done.
Very so much.
Safety car leads them around. And it's funny, we couldn't see where Xander had crashed, yet the safety car came out because of, and we'll go back and watch the replay of it, of this incident with Rudy. Parks in the middle of the track, you can see he just gets the wheel out into the sand trap and spins around. That didn't bring out a safety car, but a car we couldn't see did. Oh no. Oh no.
Oh, don't you love F1 2021?
Something it. We'll go with love.
Yeah. As Robus, he's having a fly race today. As he has made his way up to 10th from 14th, but with a lot of pace I found in Roberts. And everyone down to 7th place has opted on to the mediums, apart from Kev the Gardener and Valhalla. And from there, it's very mixed up. Then we've got Achuri on the hards, Nameless on softs, Robots on the mediums, AMS and Shanuti on the hards, SGN on the mediums, Mercy on the meds. Everyone from SGN on the mediums until Kung Fu Cowboy. You would have to think safety car is in this lap.
Well, let's see if the lights go out.
As the safety car is in this lap. So let's see who's gotten enough heat into their tyres.
Safety car disappears off into the distance. We've got 12 laps to run in this one. Joe right up behind Tazza. He gets a second bite of the cherry. Werribee just sitting back a little bit, biding his time. Valhalla on those old mediums. 9 laps in the bank for them. Kev the Gardener in the same boat. Then Foxy behind on fresh. Bailey with 1 laps. Achuri on hards and Nameless Guy on softs. This is going to be on for young and old. Let's see how he goes. Tazza brings it onto the straight. Oh, and did he run into the back of Joe? Did he run into the back of Tazza? He may well have. Tazza stands on the gas. Joe tries to get back into second spot. Valhalla came forward. He had to get out of the gas. Kev the Gardener, they're all over the track. It's all happening. And further back in the pack, it's on for young and old as well. No, 3 wide as they come down the straight here. This is crazy stuff. Tazza is gone. And then further back, a big dice with the Ferrari, almost trying to go 3 wide there. Werribee in a battle as he goes side by side. I think that's with Nameless Guy on those softs. It is. It's a gamble that's paid off for him. He's moved up into 6th spot.
So Tazza very slow through the last corner, and it catches Joe and Werribee, then it leads to a mass accident.
And Kev the Gardener now finds himself in 5th spot and is playing the patient game. He's got a hard charging Nameless Guy on soft tyres right behind him, who you think's going to have a go and use those soft to their maximum. Holds a tight line, but Kev the Gardener holding his own at the moment, and the Alpine in front of him of Bailey is getting very racy as well as he comes up behind Valhalla. He's on fresher tyres and he wants to get past because that gap in front of him to Joe is becoming larger and larger each turn they go through.
As SGN drops back, I don't know for what reason. Let me see if I can see. I believe he has spun the car.
That was Joe, just say.
SGN.
Oh, thought you said Joe. I had a heart attack. He's still in this and he's maintained the DRS this time around, but right behind Valhalla and Bailey. Bailey goes down the inside into the first turn. Valhalla in the Ferrari has to take a step back as we see some wing damage down there. Werribee down in the pits. So his day's gone. Oh, and that's the wing. Now he's tagged the wall on the entry as well. Achuri out. He's a DNF on those hard tyres. Kung Fu Cowboy on hard tyres as well. Shanuti on hard tyres. But Werribee, that was looking good for a podium, now finds himself at the back of the pack. It's time for him to do an HK. or a Perez. Probably the Perez is more to the point. Now what's he going to do? Okay, just a bit of lag there. Back to the pointy end of the field. Tazza leads the way over Joe. Valhalla holding on to third.
Very good racing between Valhalla and Bailey.
Oh, Bailey all over the back of Valhalla at the moment. The battle for the effective final podium spot, even though we've got a long, long way to go. And Kev the Gardener not letting him get away, and he's doing a great job of holding out Nameless on those soft tyres, so GG to Kev. Now what can Bailey do? Comes up the back. Does he use his... Let's check and see if he's using his ERS. No, he's going to wait for the DRS zone before he launches an attack. What about Nameless Guy? Where's he? He's on 86%, and he's up behind Kev now. Let's see what Bailey can do. You know, he's going to have a lunge down into turn one. DRS is now enabled.
As Shanuti picks up a 3-second penalty.
The penalties are starting to add up, aren't they? Look at this battle. 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th. 8th. All of them in it, all in a DRS train. Now let's see what Bailey can do. He gets a run. Unfortunately, the Ferrari, a bit of a sitting duck, looks to the inside, gets a very clean overtaking manoeuvre done, but the Ferrari fights back, takes back the spot, but he can't hold on to it. Oh, great racing. Now, Nameless Guy's got past Kev, so he's going to be next to line up Valhalla. Almost rear ends Valhalla.
Joe's gotten past Tazza with a decent gap to Tazza.
Wow, what's happened there to Tazza?
Joe got him in the DRS and Tazza not being able to handle the dirty air.
Oh, Joe goes sideways.
Oh.
Now the two are side by side again. Tazza goes to the inside. He's backed out of it too. I'm having trouble picking him up in the game for some reason. I don't know what's going on here. These two absolutely nose to tail. Tazza trying to find a way past the Haas to regain that race lead. He must have had a moment, Hunter. You're right. They're going to go side by side into the bus stop, are they? Oh, yeah. Tazza goes to the inside. Joe gives him racing room. Probably too much. Maybe outbroke himself. Tazza goes back into the race lead. And all that time, those two were fighting. That has brought Bailey closer and closer, but Joe's not done. Puts two wheels out on the dirt as Tazza runs wide, misses his braking marker, and puts Joe back into the race lead. Is he just putting on a show here or what?
I think Tazza has backed out to get DRS on Joe.
Could be a smart play. Let's see how he does it going down the straight. He does it with consummate ease. Werribee with a 3-second time penalty down there in 16th spot. He's got an Everest to climb in 8 laps. Joe not done with yet, neither is Tazza. And there's a great battle going on behind too. I'm just too scared to go back and take a look at it. Bailey and Nameless Guy are going head to head. That final podium spot. Different tyre compounds as Joe tries around the outside into the left-hander. Makes it count. There's got to be something going on. There is no way that Tazza on the exit of that left-hander couldn't maintain that spot. He's trying to go around the outside of Joe. Goes to the inside. They almost touch. What do you reckon, Hunter? Do you reckon there's some gamesmanship going on here or what?
Very so much. These drivers have a lot of respect for each other, and I believe they want to clean, and I believe they want to race clean instead of being a dirty driver.
Let's see what Joe can do. He's right up behind Tazza this time around. Maybe they just want some airtime.
Oh, as we have the Red Bull of Robbie and the Ferrari of Mercy retiring, causing a safety car.
Oh, no. So Mercy out. Safety car comes back out. Now, that's going to help Nameless Guy. He has to pit. Now, how many of the other guys will pit for softs? Oh, yes. They're all coming in. Nameless Guy comes in. Is he going to go for softs? Valhalla comes in. He'll definitely go for softs. Kev the Gardener goes for softs. Reblitz, he's on to mediums. No, he's going in for softs as well. And once again, Aston a double stacking and a wing change. That is going to take forever. Foxy will be ropeable. We go back and look at Kung Fu Cowboy. He jumps onto softs. Give me a break.
Oh, I don't know if it's the right choice for Aston Martin to double stack, as Foxy hasn't even exited the pit yet. So what can these soft runners do? As Salty spins on the safety car.
Oh no, that's unforgivable. We've
That's
all done it. We've all. Oh, doesn't just spin. Doesn't just spin. Puts
He's
on
done
a
it
show
again.
and re-enters the track
Oh.
right in front of Wasby. Oh, that's classic. You know what that's worth? That's worth a replay.
Oh yes, that's very, very much.
Oh, definitely worth the replay.
Oh,
Oh my goodness. We knew we were in for an entertaining race, right?
yes. Oh. As I've only just picked up on it, every driver from now gets confirmed points.
Too true. Too true. Some not quite as much as they wanted, others more than they expected. But here's what's interesting. With only a few laps left to go, Tazza, Joe, Bailey and Sonuti are all on 6 to 5 lap old tyres. Everybody behind is on fresh. Who's game enough in chat to put their top 4 down now? Who's got enough guts to predict who's going to win this race? And I want the top 4, not just the winner, but the top 4.
I couldn't tell you. I'd say I've been watching Roberts for quite some of this race, and I believe he could make it into the top 4. Oh, as we have,
From 10th?
I believe so.
Wow, cool.
I've been silently watching him, and I believe he could maybe get into the top 4.
Well, Sunuti's on 7 lap old hard, so he's at a distinct disadvantage because just getting these tyres up to temperature here is really hard.
Yeah, as all the top, I've only just picked up on this, as all the top 4 are fighting for the combined constructors championship.
Yes, and our gurus down there in chat that have got calculators and are far better at mathematics than me, if you could keep us up to date with how this is all shaping up, because there's 3 types of people in this world, those that can count and those that can't. Big shout out to SGN. He's made his way back up into 8th spot after a topsy-turvy sort of a race, but he is on 7 lap old mediums. But he is capable of sticking with those soft guys and potentially making their life quite difficult towards the end of this one.
Safety car is in either this lap or the next lap, I believe.
Well, it's going to be a sprint. Isn't it funny? You come here, you plan, you do your practice, you come up with pit stop strategies, you get an idea of how you want it to go, you come out and you race, and all of a sudden it comes down to a lobby sprint to the end. You've got to love motorsport.
Yep.
Championship already taken out. While they continue around, I'll just quickly go back and we'll show you the current championship standings just briefly while the safety car's out. 260 for Tazza, unstoppable. SGN, he's in trouble. Ames, who's sitting down at the moment in 14th, looks like he might be knocking on the door of a bit of a headache with Snooty sitting there in fourth. Drummer. Then you've got Werribee, Robbie, Kev the Gardener, Foxy, Old Mate James rounding out the top 10. So that is the way things are shaping up with regards to the championship for those that want to keep track. Safety car has gone in, Hunter. We're about to go back to green flag racing conditions.
As safety car is in this lap. And Tazo gets us away.
So off they go as chat is being absolutely spammed at the moment. Tazza disappearing off into the distance. Joe, not so much. He's got Bailey keeping him very honest. Sanuti, let's go back to fourth and see he's under massive pressure as Kung Fu Cowboy gets a penalty. Now right behind Nameless Guy on a charge on those soft tyres, gets a runner on the inside of Valhalla and also looks to do the Red Bull as well, but Valhalla around the outside tries a big manoeuvre there. Does it pay him dividends? It does too. He's in front of the Red Bull and up into fourth. This is a great drive from Valhalla. That's the penalty situation. Sanuti with 6, Kung Fu with 3, Werribee 3 and Ames with 3 as well. There's been some big positional changes in this race. Sanuti, or Kev the Gardener, let's show him some love. He's all over the back of Sanuti at the moment. And he's got fresh softs on. And this is going to be a big result for Kev the Gardener. This will help in his final standings for the season if he can get past. And it looks like he's going to do it. And he may even do it before they reach the DRS detection zone as well, when DRS is re-enabled. The Red Bull goes defensive. Kev thinks twice about it as Tazza puts in a 146.44. Oh, Kev the Gardener's tagged the back of the Red Bull. Has that cost him some wing damage? He now comes under pressure from the Nameless Guy.
Race is in shambles.
Your mic's just gone a bit quiet there, Hunter.
Sorry.
You're
this
right.
race is in shambles.
It's extraordinary, isn't it? Now Valhalla is right up behind Bailey as well too, and it's going to have a go coming down the straight. There's 2 battles going on. Valhalla in the Ferrari moves up a spot, and then there's this battle behind with the Red Bull, Sanuti, and around the outside goes the Nameless Guy. He picks up the spot. Kev the Gardener wasn't able to capitalise, and he's got SGN, his teammate, sitting right behind, who's on a massive charge back through the field. And is that Werribee? How did he get there? Flukesy might be right. Oh wow, big desync for him too. As he comes down, he's made his way up into 9th spot. He is on a charge as well. Valhalla. Extraordinary run. Let's go back to the cork. The Red Bull. It won't be champagne he's popping today, but those trying to get past will be looking for it. He gets a little bit loose on those hard tyres. Can Kev get him this time around? They start their run up the back section of the track. No, yep, now he's starting to use ARS. And SGN fighting off Werribee right behind as well. Werribee keen to get on with it as he attacks the guy that's on medium tyres while he's on the softs. And tries to go around the outside in the bus stop. Makes it work too. Does it cost him on the straight? Comes down across the start finish line. Now DRS will be enabled this lap, I think you'll find. Big dive there from the Aston Martin. Plough straight into the side of the Mercedes. No harm, no foul, I don't think. Valhalla, 3-second penalty for him for multiple warnings. Oh my goodness, what a climax to the end of novice racing in the ARL.
I think this just represents a lot of the racing this season.
Look at this. Werribee in 7th, goes around the outside of the Red Bull. Gets him under braking with those soft tyres. Now he's working on the back of Kev the Gardener. That's the battle for 6th spot. Bailey and the Nameless Guy about 1.4 seconds apiece between each other. This is the closest battle we have on track at the moment. I'm not just being biased.
I wouldn't write Valhalla off for a P2.
I'm with you. Even, well, could you even say potentially a win? And it'd take a fair bit.
I don't think so, as Valhalla has a 3-second time penalty.
Look at this battle, would you? Kev the Gardener throwing that is the widest Mercedes that's ever been on a Formula One racetrack at the moment. He's using every piece of real estate, trying to keep the McLaren behind him, and he's doing an outstanding job and clean in his approach too. Goes defensive, then lets it drift out, down into the braking area of the bus stop. He's got a couple more laps to defend, and right behind Werribee, Sunuti's not done with yet. He knows that if he can stick with them, he's got half a chance. Captivating racing. But SGN, what can SGN do with the Red Bull now? You'll have to think he's going to get him under DRS this time round, and I want to keep an eye on Kev the Gardener and Werribee. Werribee's going to go for it. He's not using any ERS, but he doesn't need to. He's got the DRS, and Kev the Gardener concedes. Now right behind, SGN gets past. Shanuti goes back one, and now the Aston Martin tries to have a look at Reblitz. He's on a charge. He wants 9th. Battles going on everywhere. Valhalla within that 1 second range of Joe, but just is tinkering on the edge of failure there. Nameless Guy now under pressure from Bailey as the mediums start to come back into their own. 4 laps down on those soft tyres for Valhalla, and he's starting to feel a bit of pressure. Don't think that final podium spot is sorted just yet myself. Reblitz in a battle further back in the pack as well. He's in front of Ames, who's trying to work his way forward. They've come up behind Shanuti now. Yellow flag, sector 3. Is that Kung Fu Cowboy having a moment? I think it may well have been.
I think it was Salty as he breaks his front wing.
Did Werribee just set the Salty breaking his front wing? Damn. He's in the pits. Did Werribee just set the fastest lap of the race?
I don't know.
I think he may well have. There's your race leader, Taz, out in front, just disappearing off into the distance. Joe in second, Valhalla in third, albeit for the moment the Nameless Guy is all over the back of him.
You were right. Werribee did go on and set the fastest lap.
Well, GG to him. Every point counts and he knows it. He needed 9 points to finish ahead of his nearest rival, Bailey. 3-second time penalty there. So we should check those penalties, shouldn't we, as we approach this final lap. They're the penalties. Valhalla's got a 3-seconder, so he's nowhere near secure in third spot. He needs to get off down the road. Nameless Guy doesn't need to do anything. He can just sit there. Bailey and Werribee both with 3 seconds apiece. Kev the Gardener knows that if he can stick with those, he could potentially end up in 5th, Kev. So GG if that's the case. Oh! Throwing everything, including the kitchen sink that time around. Let's go and watch that again as they come back through the tight, twisty section of the track. Right up over the ripple strip. Watch this. Bang! Talk about corner cutting. That's as corner cutting as you can get. But it didn't pay off. The Nameless guy doesn't need to do that, but now he has picked up a 3-second penalty as well. So, situation status quo. All of a sudden, Valhalla on this final lap does have outright third, with Joe in second, Nameless guy throwing everything he can at him. Werribee in fifth, Bailey in sixth, Kev the Gardener in seventh, SGN Foxy with a 3-second penalty now. One more lap left to go for our race leader. Comes down with about 2/3 of a lap left to go. Let's go back to see Bailey, who's involved in a intense battle. He's got Kev the Gardener trying to find a way past on those softs. Can he do it? He's low on ERS, but Bailey is lower on ERS. Kev might be just saving it for that run up the hill. Joe, no problems for him. Valhalla still caught up in this enormous battle as Nameless guy tries to find a way past. It's going to be a charge up the hill for them both. Valhalla with 22% ERS. And he's out. Werribee is out. I thought I saw that. I thought I saw Werribee go out. Tazza through the final turn, Hunter.
Wow, that is a very dramatic finish for Werribee.
Tazza comes down across the line and takes the race win. Joe in second spot. Then we go back to Valhalla. GG to him. That has to be drive of the day for him. Kev the Gardener did get fourth. Man, awesome effort. SGN, fifth for him. Then we go back to Bailey. Reblitz. Ames, good recovery drive. Foxy, Nameless guy, who obviously had an issue on that final lap. Just before we do, I just hit replay. I don't know if I've got the Werribee incident, but let's have a look and see if we can see what transpired. Look in the background. You can see Werribee. Oh, okay. That's what happened. We saw it. Nameless guy had an issue. Spun on that turn. You watch. Nameless guy spins and Werribee goes straight into the side of him. So, bit of disappointment for them both, in particular for Werribee, I dare say. What a race. What a race.
Oh, and that wraps the Novice season.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Tazza, congratulations to you taking out the championship, my friend. You've earned that. You drove sensationally well and you gave us a great deal of entertainment along the way. So GG on the victory and GG for the race win. Now, constructors-wise, is there anybody out there in chat that's a mathematician who can let us know what's happened in the Constructors' Championship for this one? There is confirmation. Valhalla, who's a good mate of mine, a really, really decent guy, and so happy to see him work his way up and take out not only a podium, but drive of the day as well. There they are on the podium, ladies and gentlemen. Yep, Tazza taking that one out. Let's go check the results in full for you. Here's the state of play. Tazza, Joe, Valhalla, Kev the Gardener, SGN, good recovery drive. Bailey, Reblitz, Ames, Foxy, Nameless Guy, Sanuti, Cowboy, Salty, Werribee, Wubsy, then Werribee, Mercy, Robbie, Achuri, Xander, Rodriguez Rudy rounds out the field. For those that want, I'll fly through that and you can pause it whenever you like later on. We'll get through as much as we can for those that are into that sort of thing. And we're talking about the FIA there. And the pit stop strategies. That's the way they played out as well. What an extraordinary race.
HK, you have the replay up.
I have the replay up. There we go. I'll go back and play those through. Thank you very much.
No worries.
I knew I'd stuff it up somewhere. It's my first go. No, it's not, but you know what I mean. Hey, thanks, brother. That replay was worth replaying a couple of times there, wasn't it? Oh, my Lord. What an enthralling race that turned out to be. What an absolute ripper. We're going to stand by and chat to it. with these people about what's just transpired out there today. Oh, my Lord. So who are we going to get, Hunter? And we need to get somebody in here to help us grab them too. So
I can grab a few of them for us.
you call them out and we'll drag them in.
Alright.
Basic's in there, get ready to give us a hand. Thanks again for that, brother. So we've got to get Joe, and we got to get. We definitely have to get we have to get Tazza in here as well.
Yeah.
So let's go with Tazza first and see how that plays out if he's still down there. Tazza, mate, not only congratulations on an outstanding year, but what an enthralling race. I've got to ask, that mid-race flurry that we saw, was that you playing games or was that legit?
That was some team orders, I got to say. I was trying to get Bailey back in the fray. We got that overall Hall of Fame constructors on the cards. Had to slow Joe up a bit.
Oh, that was sensational to watch. Gee, you two were at it hammer and tong.
Yeah. It was good. It was fun. It made it very, very interesting. I tell you what, he said it a few times. I was like,
He's a fast guy, Joe.
Oh, he is. He's absolutely rapid. He's going to... I think he needs a double promotion. He's going to wipe the floor in Novice next season. He's rapid.
Says the man who just disappeared off into the distance from him.
Where took my fastest laps, I was saving ERS for a bit, and I went for that last lap push, and I was 0.04 off fastest. So I was close, but
Hunter, have you got a few questions for a champion?
What's it like being a champion?
Gold.
Yeah, it's all right. It's good. It's good. I'm excited for the challenge begins for me tomorrow with the new game. So I'm excited to get some laps in.
Are you like
last week?
Are you like me, Tazzy? You didn't want to touch it until this was over, so you didn't confuse the two?
Oh, actually, I stayed up all Tuesday night last week to have a go, and then there was some issues with Fanatec gear and multi-input, so we had FPS issues. So I played for about an hour, and then I've been on holiday all week. So this is the first I've touched anything in a week. So I've sort of just been on holiday mode, and then came back, put my clothes away, and straight onto the sim rig. So
well, there's 19 other drivers out there on the grid in novice class that would not think the same as me, but on behalf of Hunter and myself and everybody in chat who's watched you race this season, thank you so much for some great racing and some outstanding entertainment. It's been absolutely enthralling to watch you race. Congratulations on the championship, my friend.
Thank you, mate. Thank you, HK. Thanks, ARL Hunter. Thanks, Hunter. I'm just reading your name.
Fair enough.
Hunter, get it out there. Nah, it's a pleasure to have you guys in the box. You guys kill it. So thanks, guys.
Thank you. Let's have a chat now with Joe and see how he thought that games and shenanigans. I bet you he's got a very different view, Hunter, on how it went. He's in chat with us right now. Joe, congratulations on the podium here today. The result that was really interesting about mid-race for you.
Yeah, even going towards the end, I was, I don't know what to think half the time. I was in such an awkward position where I'm not fast enough to get sort of past and stay past Tazza, so he stops backing me in. But I don't know. It was fun. It was fun. It was definitely fun. That's for sure.
That's the one thing about racing in ARL too. You can have these massive battles and while you're out there on track, it's throw everything you can at them. But when it's over, you sit back and go, gee, wasn't that fun?
Exactly. That's just it. On that restart, though, I sort of halfway through it was like, you know what? Tazza can have 3 seconds lead. I'm just going to make sure that Bailey behind me can't get me. So he can't back me in. So I let him go. And yeah, he just took off like a rocket.
Jump in, Hunter.
Can you slow down? You're in a car driver winning. Slow down.
Best comment or commentary so far.
I'll try.
You won't, Joe. You won't. Congratulations on your success this season too. It's been outstanding, not only racing against you, but watching you race in the other classes as well, mate. You enjoy the little break that we've got in between, and look forward to watching you dominate again next season. GG.
Fingers crossed. Have a good one, guys.
Thank you, Joe. Much appreciated. We need to grab Valhalla too, because Valhalla has made himself a podium spot here, and I think this might be his first podium in ARL. He's with us now, Valhalla. Congratulations on the podium. Is it your first ARL podium?
It certainly is, man. Thanks
Mate,
for that.
you worked so hard from that. Just refresh us. Where did you start?
I started P18 because I DNF'd in Eau Rouge during quali.
You've done an
So, yeah.
HK.
I've done an HK, yeah. Plowing through the field with the strategy. No, I got lucky with the safety car when my teammate Mercy unfortunately spun out and DNF'd, and that late safety car allowed me to go straight from the mediums to the softs, free pit stop.
I've always said that luck is preparedness meeting opportunity, and when you got onto those softs and you're in a good position, you still had to do it out on track. You had to overtake, and some of those moves were, can I use the term ballsy?
Sure, if you'd coin it like that, but yeah. Look, I saw the opportunity on the restart with Nameless Guy. I had a good run on him, and just in front of him was Shanuti on really old hard tires. When he braked late, I saw the gap and I went for it, and it stuck. So that was my run up to P3.
Hunter, you got any questions for Valhalla?
Not so much questions, but I thought that was a very good performance. Watching you come back from all the safety car restarts, and it was a good experience to watch.
Thanks a lot, mate. Appreciate it.
And you got drive of the day as well too, which is an outstanding way to finish your final race for the season. Are you a bit like me? Do you sort of sit there and go, hang on a minute, I can do this in this class, and does that spur you on for 2022?
100%, man. I'm definitely looking forward to 2022 with F1. Turning off some assists as well. Have more fun with it as well on track. So yeah, looking forward to it with all the drivers.
Well, brother, congratulations on your first podium in ARL. It was very, very well deserved, and to do it with such an inimitable style from 18th spot is absolutely outstanding. You and I are mates, and we've been mates since I first started racing in this game. I'm really happy for you, bro. Congratulations. Go enjoy tonight.
Thanks a lot, man. Really appreciate it.
They
Catch you
are.
guys later.
Thank you, buddy. They're sure podium getters. I would love to grab Werribee in. I just don't think any of the language that would come out of his mouth, Hunter, might be worth broadcasting at this stage of the game. Thank you, Bassing, for helping us out with those interviews. Hunter, have you got anything you'd like to say in wrapping up our commentary for tonight?
Thanks to everyone who's tuning in, day in, day out. It's good to have such a big audience for the league.
Yeah, here. Well, that's going to wrap up our live stream for today. I won't be back into commentary for a couple of weeks because I'm going back to night shifts. But I'll be watching from work. Just one of the great things about being a commentator is you get to stand on a soapbox, and I'm going to do that for just a few moments if you don't mind. I just want to send a big shout out to all of the competitors in all of the classes, not just the ones I've raced in, that have provided an enormous amount of entertainment from a viewing perspective and from a competitor's perspective, but mostly to the hardworking guys that come along and pound the pavement each week doing commentary, to all of the administrators of the ARL, for those that work behind the scenes in the Discord, for those that set everything up. This is an absolutely outstanding championship. If you're watching and you're not a part of it, get a part of it. It is absolutely one of the most exciting things you can do. The competitors are great. They all want to help each other until they get out onto the racetrack. We have a great deal of fun, but everybody that works behind the scenes, sincerely, thank you very much for allowing me personally and everybody else to come and race in this series. Thank you for what you do. Chat, thanks very much for having a bit of fun. Hope you've enjoyed the race. Hunter Griffin, you're a legend, mate. You enjoy yourself in commentary for the next couple of weeks, mate. You're doing a great job. Get out there and have fun with it, champion. He's speechless.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you, sorry.
Have a good one, everyone. That'll wrap it up for tonight. We'll take it easy, everyone, and we'll look forward to catching you in a brand new season when we go racing in a brand new game. The marbles will be thrown across the table. Who knows who's going to take a victory? We'll look forward to chatting with you in the not-too-distant future. Ciao, ciao.